So, hello everyone and welcome to Dreamfall chapters. After we have played first The Longest Journey and then Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, and now there are Dreamfall chapters. And let's see. I looked through the settings at least a little bit. I put the subtitles on, but nothing more really than just looking the settings. There is a story recap that I probably could be looking through first before starting a game, even if we have played the games, but still. Let's see how it shows them. It's sort of interesting enough to see.
Every story has a beginning and an end. This is how our story began. The year is 2219. In Casablanca, a young woman named Zoe Castillo is drawn into a conspiracy when her journalist ex-boyfriend Reza goes missing. Zoe tries to track him down and discovers that Reza is working on a story about a new entertainment device that enables lucid dreams. But this device also opens a back door into people's minds, allowing Waticorp, the makers of the Dream Machine, to monitor thoughts and steal memories. When Zoe is forcibly connected to a Dream Machine, she finds herself in another world, Arcadia, the world of magic. Zoe arrives in the middle of an armed conflict between the Azadi, who have conquered the city of Mercuria, and the magical peoples who are being eradicated by the invaders. She soon learns of a connection between the Dream Machine and the Azadi. Someone is attempting to steal humanity's dreams in order to reshape reality. When Zoe wakes from her vision, she tracks the Dream Machine conspiracy back to the Waticorp headquarters and helps sabotage the project. But before Zoe can tell the world what is going on, she's poisoned by a woman claiming to be her long-deceased mother. Now, in a coma, Zoe travels to a strange and desolate place. Story time. Here, Zoe has the power to shape dreams and help those who are trapped in night terrors escape, but unable to escape herself. Meanwhile, in Arcadia, the world of magic, we follow the apostle Kian Nirvane as he journeys from the Azadi homelands to the occupied city of Mercuria on a sacred mission to assassinate the leader of the magical resistance. But as Kian learns more about the conflict between his people and the Magicals, he begins to lose faith in his mission. He finally tracks down the leader of the rebels, a woman named April Ryan, but refuses to kill her. As punishment, Kian is imprisoned and sentenced to death, and April is brutally cut down. Zoe is in a coma. Kian is in prison. Their journeys have yet to intersect, but that moment draws closer. Behind the scenes, the thief of dreams is pulling threads and manipulating events. The Dream Machine has been released. Millions of people are addicted to lucid dreams. The Azadi have cemented their rule. Their plot to harvest dreams is moving ahead. Every story has a beginning. Every story has an end. This is the beginning of the end.
Alright. Well, Book 1, Dreamfall chapters, yes. I'm not 100% sure. I'm partially not sure if I should have actually even looked the recap, because there was some, nonetheless, not exactly new information, but said differently, or at least like making sure that you know that there is a connection between the, for 100% certainty, with the dreams and or the tower in, well, it's basically of course something that you knew already before, but I don't know. But at least that makes certainly sure that Kian and Zoe are still indeed in this game, which of course, if you look into the just a picture of this game, one can at least be guessing a little bit. I would still sort of prefer April, because I just, well, of course, when I still like the first game more. And this left indeed too many questions the previous game. But I guess we shall be hopefully getting answers to them, hopefully good answers, hopefully satisfying enough of answers. Though I don't get the story time exactly. It is a place, but have dreams always gone there? Like, I don't understand why Prayad went there. Or is it something like if you, in Tibet, go and, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know and I don't understand. But Storytime probably has some connection to, or I would guess it has some connection to the storyteller nonetheless of the very first game too. Nonetheless, I don't know. I hope we will get answers. So let us start with the Dreamfall chapters now then. New game. Yeah, this game keeps track of the choices you make in the game and shares those choices anonymously with other players. If you do not want to share your decisions, you can go to the settings and enable offline mode. If offline mode, you will not be able to share your decisions or see the choices made by others. This would be nice to know how much do the choices then matter here, how much difference the choices, how much different ways can the story go. That is something I would love to know. Connect with your friends to see the choices they made on their journey. No other data is shared on the game. Will never post anything to your timeline. Fine, but I'm not gonna be connecting. No need to start. Besides, this is already recorded. This game has an autosave feature. Do not exit the game. Sure. That's fine.
There are two worlds. Our world, the world of science, and Arcadia, the world of magic. Dreams connect these parallel worlds, but a dark force threatens the very fabric of dreams. Zoe Castillo holds the power to shape dreams and save us from the undreaming, but she is trapped in a place called the Storytime. Kian Alvane is destined to play an important role in the war to come, but he faces execution for treason against his own people. They are both about to be reborn. A new story is about to begin. Their paths will intersect, and at the end of their journey, they will face the Thief of Dreams.
Okay. A Thief of Dreams and Reborn. Yes. Well, we shall see. I'm sure. Hopefully. That is nonetheless a little bit of a recognizable symbol. I think that is nonetheless close to a symbol that was in the very first game too. And who might you be? This looks like the rebel village. Is that April? That looks like April. Or I don't know. I would guess it would be April because this looks like the swamp village, the rebel base. And I think the necklace was the symbol of balance, or what she had on her neck. I think so. A lot of candles. Is April going to be reborn? I don't know. Like, the full name is Reborn, so just wondering that if that was April, would that happen? Especially now that there is childbirth apparently happening. Sort of weird though. Well, something is definitely happening. Looked a little bit like a shift. Don't know. I guess we're not gonna have an answer to that question, at least at this point. Sadly enough. Chapter 1, Adrift. Who and where?
They say that every story has a beginning and an end, but that isn't always the case. Some stories simply stop. My name is Zoe Castillo. I'm dying. I've been in a coma for over a year. The doctors don't believe I'll ever wake up again. My mother did this to me. She put me here so that I wouldn't be able to tell my story, so that she could keep her secrets. It worked. The world is addicted to dreams, to dream time. It's just entertainment. They have no idea what the dream machine is really for and what it's doing to the world. They don't know that someone is stealing their dreams, using them to reshape reality. So, if I'm in a coma, how am I talking to you? The thing is, my body may be here in a hospital, but my mind is elsewhere.
Adrift. But is it indeed?
This is the story time. It's the place between. And it's my home now. This place where all stories begin and end, including mine.
Well, it's a beautiful place. Alright, so now we start in here. Dreamers. So are those all like different dreamers, these blue lights?
Those lights are people. Spirits. Souls. Whatever you want to call them.
Okay. This works sort of nicer, so it can see a little bit easier, at least, like just shifting the mouse and seeing then what I can look into. I like it a little bit more than specifying in the previous game with the mouse click that, hey, I want to be looking around.
Story time. I don't know how long I've been here. 6 months? 9?
Well, and you are there. On items to hear Zoe's inner thoughts, explore to learn more about her. Okay.
Sleeping Beauty. Coma as a fashion statement? No, oh, that's awful. But I honestly do look better on my deathbed.
If you say so.
I don't know if the chart is accurate or just a dream construct, but it doesn't look good. That line should be pointing up, not down.
Well, you know that much.
I don't know if that's how I actually look out there or if it's just wishful thinking. Everything in here is made of dreams.
Well, you cannot know. I do also wonder that why do you have those lines in your body here in the story time?
Take a skateboard to that line, you'd build up a lot of speed.
Ah, Dad. And Zoe.
Dad, Gabrielle, stops by every day. Keeps apologizing. I wish he wouldn't. I'm not sure how I feel about my father right now. It's a mess. That machine is all that stands between me and 6 feet under. It feeds my comatose body a fun cocktail of life-saving narcotics. The latest and greatest in chemical life support. Without magical miracle machine, I'd be stiff and cold and probably all maggoty.
Yay.
Happy thoughts.
Yay, very happy thoughts. Flowers and another big zoo and of course wongers.
People keep bringing flowers. So funereal.
Well, if you would be able to wake up, I guess you could enjoy them.
I know they mean well, but my hospital room is beginning to look like a memorial.
I think you probably won't say anything about the third time if I look into something.
It's odd. Like looking into a mirror and seeing a stranger.
Another thing to say on third time. Not sure if I should then look into everything 3 times at least.
That was taken when Reza and I were still dating. Feels like a different lifetime. And, well, it sort of was.
Yes, it sort of was indeed.
Reza visits a lot. Talks to me for hours. It's good. It's good. Like we're reconnecting.
But you said before in the last game that be careful that it's not Reza. So how can Reza then, so to speak, come talk to you and you're reconnecting and all that? That's sort of bizarre. Why are you saying that? If it's not Reza, then it's not Reza. If it is Reza, then why did you say before that be careful that that's not Reza? Or is there actually 2 Rezas? The other one that was a fake and this one is supposed to be real? I don't get it.
But then sometimes, I don't know why, it's like he's a stranger. Like someone's wearing his skin.
Okay, so you do think like that. That someone is sometimes just wearing his skin and sometimes he actually feels like Reza. Is someone then maybe controlling him sometimes because they have connected him to the dream machine and sometimes then they're able to control him? No.
That's weird and sick and probably all in my head. Still, I have this vivid memory of the first time he came by and what popped into my head was, that's not Reza.
Like, yeah, that brings me into my mind so much the full... There is this psychological thing that if you have a certain part of your brains damaged, I can't say which part exactly it was, but there is actually like, you cannot connect the memory of your someone specific person, like your mother. You can't connect the memory into the face that you see. And then there comes that weird disconnect that you cannot feel that that person is not, even though they look exactly like them, but they are not actually that person. Like that is exactly, I have read about that sort of a situation and it's a horrible thing, of course. Like why would that then be if they can't be your mother because you don't feel them to be your mother and so on. But I think this is about something else than damage on Zoe's brains. This is for some other reason and that's probably because that's actually what has been happening.
I don't know. It was probably because I thought I'd lost him. I'd spent weeks looking for him. It's how I ended up here, sort of. Maybe seeing him just triggered a lot of feelings.
But I don't know. I guess I should be looking a lot into at least those things that I specifically think are interesting, and this, for example, was interesting to know about, so...
Sometimes when Reza talks to me, he says he wants to try again. With us. If I wake up, I want to give it a shot. I wasn't totally fair to him the first time around.
But what about Damien? Do you know at all what has happened to Damien, the guy that you sort of kissed and all?
Reza and me, in Cape Town. A lifetime ago.
That is probably the final thing that you're saying, right?
That was taken when
Yeah,
Reza and I were
basically.
still dating. Feels like a different lifetime. And, well, it sort of was.
Yay, Wongers.
Wonkers. My old Watilla.
Seems a little bit lifeless here.
I don't know why they brought him to the hospital, but I'm glad they did.
Well, he probably wants to be watching over you. Like he sort of said to your mother.
Wonkers watches over me, night and day. He may be just a toy bot, but there's something comforting about that.
I thought that you might feel like that.
Faithful old Wonkers.
Yes.
That's me. Beautiful stranger.
Beautiful.
The little engine that could. Keeps my brain ticking when the rest of me doesn't. According to my chart, I won't be around for long.
Alright, but you have been around for possibly a year nonetheless in a comatose state. Maybe you just have to be able to do something in here to be able to return. Don't know.
Dad, Gabrielle, stops by every day. Keeps apologizing. I wish he wouldn't.
Yes, I understood that much. Trapped dreamer, yeah, so they are trapped in here, some of those dreamers, but how does that exactly happen? What do they get from it in Arcadia? And how were the company from Stark able to be in contact with the Ansari? Why did they plan this? Why do they need the tower? Too many questions.